Thank you for joining us. Welcome to yet another edition of the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Today we're going to be talking about political things once again. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump. Excuse me. I'm Phil Taylor Jones, your host, and let's jump into supporting the Trump man right now. You know, I am so sick of people maligning this guy. You would think he was the worst thing that ever walked on two legs. And you got to ask yourself the question, why is everybody against him? What has he done to warrant such hatred by people that are claiming that he's the one doing the hating? You got leaders from all over the world. Just this morning I was looking at telly, and this Mexican president who has built a wall to the south in his country to keep the Guatemalan people out of his country, but fails to build a wall to the north to keep his people in his country, and yet slams the Donald because he wants to build a wall and because he said that some of the people, not all, but some of the people that filter in through Mexico are dangerous people. I don't believe the man meant just Mexican people, because we know since that border is so weak that any nationality from any part of the world can crawl through there. Sure, some Mexicans come through by virtue of it being their country, but Chinese have come through there, Vietnamese, some people from Europe that came by way of the Middle East have snuck through there. So it's a weak part, and anybody knows that they can gain entry to the United States through that. But how dare this luciferous bastard say something against Donald Trump when he himself doesn't even have control of his own borders? Oh boy, what a bastard Mexican president, Mexican jackass. And I hope you're listening, because I just said that about you, you jerk. How dare you compare Donald Trump to Hitler and Mussolini? Just because Trump pinned a quote from Mussolini. Oh yeah, no, you want to be supporting Mussolini? You want to be associated with that stupid Meet the Press guy? What was his name? Chuck Todd. What a jackass he is. You want to be associated with? You. Oh boy. Why is everybody against this man? What are they afraid of? Well, the politicians are afraid that he's going to get in there and tear their little playhouse down. What's going on in Flint and what's going on all over our country is a travesty. The homeless people on the streets, our veterans that are not taken care of. Donald Trump must go in there and put that right. And I believe he's going to do it if he were given a chance. But the crookedness of the politicians, the crookedness of the government, the crookedness of Slithery Clinton makes me wonder. But I tell you one thing, one way that we can at least make a statement is to get up off your backside and go vote for the man. Sure, there's a massive smear campaign going on all over the country. Wherever there is voting, there's this smear campaign. Ignore it. Ignore it. Because they don't mean anything but to perpetuate their, let's tear down Trump. Let's get rid of Trump. Now, stupid Ted Cruz is being accused of doing the same thing to his buddy pal, Mike Rubio, that he did to Ben Carson. Stealing votes from him. I thought that was his buddy pal. You know, we're the two primo Latinos that want to take down Donald Trump. Now he turned against him. That shows what a snake in the grass he is. He's a two-headed snake. And it's one thing I've learned about two-headed snakes. If that bastard doesn't get you going, he'll sure get you coming. Why are they so afraid of the Trump man? Why do they want to tear him down? Because we have been in this crookedness, in this political toilet too long. And somebody needs to do something to get us out. And it's him. Why are people all over the world hating this man? That's what makes me gravitate to him. Because in this society where wrong is the new right, if he was wrong, they would be gravitating to him. But he's right, and they're shunning him. They're snubbing him. They're trying to tear him down, which is now the new campaign of this 2016 campaign. Let's tear down Trump. If anybody needs to be torn down, it's Slithery Clinton. Look at all of the crooked crap that this woman has done. Oh, but she goes on like flowery beds of ease. She's the only woman I know that can fall in the toilet and come out smelling like a rose. But the Trump man, who's made some statements, and they're true, oh, he gets slammed to the wall on every turn. The man can't fart without somebody smelling it and telling it. It's ridiculous. And all of these other people, like Raphael Cruz. Question mark. Is he a citizen or not? Question mark. You know he wasn't born in the United States. Question mark. Where does his loyalties lie? Question mark. You know, what's he all about? Question mark. How involved is he with Goldman Sachs? Question mark. What has his wife been doing? Wasn't she one of the people that once worked for Slithery? But now he's out throwing stones at the Trump man. Just throwing stones. People, get some brains. The country is in peril. There are people in strife. The least you can do is go vote. The least you can do. Vote for the Trump man. You don't want Slithery? You're questioning Sanders? Kasich is, being looked at hawkishly? And these other two idiots, Marco and Raphael, I wouldn't want to see either one of them being elected president of a crap society. They'd only tend to make the crap stink worse. So Trump is the only alternative. I am sick and damn tired of all these foreigners that have infiltrated our country and are now making us bow to their will. I'm sick of these muzzies trying to push their Sharia law and push their way of life on us and telling us what they're offended by. Why don't you go back to where you came from, then you won't be offended. And while you're at it, you extremists, why don't you just drop down Mexico way and stick a bomb up under that president's ass for, trying to control what goes on in our country. You can't even control what goes in your own damn country. I'm sick of that crap. And if you're sick of it, you'll vote for Trump because he's trying to turn it around. We need to close the borders. We need to shut the damn door until we can find out a way that we can control what goes on our shores. I'm sick of these luciferous bastards coming over here from every part of the world, every walk of life, and then they get in our country and then they disappear. 500 or 600 of them come over here on an airplane, can't even speak. I'm so pissed off. And when it's time to go home, how many of them show up to go back home? If there's 500 landed, there'll probably only be 4 or 3 go back. What happened to them other 100 or 200 people? They got lost. We don't need to have anybody come over here for nothing, not even visitation. Americans, get up off your asses and spend money in your own country. How many of you have been to the Grand Canyon? How many of you have been to the Carlsbad Caverns? How many of you have been to San Francisco to drive down the crooked street known as Lombard? How many of you have been to see the new fixtures where the Twin Towers once stood? I understand they're beautiful. Not as majestic as the Twin Towers were, but nevertheless, the Freedom Tower is beautiful. The new train station they made there. How many of you have been there to see that? I haven't as of yet. Let's spend money in our own damn country. What do you need to go abroad for when there are beautiful things here to see? That's what the Donald is talking about. We need to build up and strengthen our own country instead of supporting somebody else's by letting their people in here to be opportunistic and steal from us. These bastards come over here and they get jobs with little ones they can get, and then they'll send money back to their nations at a discount price. From whom? Our own U.S. Postal Service. When is the last time you saw a little blue mailbox in your neighborhood? We're killing ourselves by allowing them to live in our country. It's not racist, it's not hatred, it's the damn truth. If you think that Donald Trump is so wrong, I challenge you to go out there in the street and invite the first 12 foreigners that you come across to come and live in your house. And then when you do that and they don't have a dime to their damn name, and start sponging off your food, sponging off your toiletries, sponging off your utilities, and just blatantly screwing up your house, then you come back and you tell me how wrong that Donald was. Get straight. Get your frickin' mind right. The man is speaking truth. He's not hated for no reason. He's trying to stop this. And you bleeding heart Americans, you're worse than the damn foreigners, because now you become so foreign washed that you'll sit up there and you'll ridicule and you'll impugn your own American citizen for the American presidency. What's bloody wrong with you? Stop this garbage and support the man. And maybe we just can make the country great again, because he's got one hell of a fight against him, should he get the nod against one slithery ass Clinton. And the democratic machine that pushes her down our bloody throats. Now is the time. Because if she should be so, in her words, fortunate to be president, we lose. We lose hella big. Because this country will cease to function as the country we once knew and loved. Look at what O'Bastard has done. And she will continue his tragedy. She calls it a legacy. Is that what you want? Well, then shut your bloody mouth and open your hand and put a pin in it and vote for the Trump man. He may not be what everybody wants, but he's definitely what everybody needs, because this country is gone. You call a business. Oh, if you want to hear English, press 1. You pick up a bottle of detergent, and they've got some foreign-ass language before the English one? Are you kidding me? Our children in schools, and I know this personally because I'm a former educator, our children sit in the back of the class while they teach ESL. And then force it down our kids' throats. Oh, well, you should learn it. It's a wonderful language. The hell you say? We're in America. The chief language is English. English, damn it. Do you speak it? That's what the Trump man stands for. Making America great again. Because it's not. It's not like stupid slithery Clinton said, who's that hole again? She's an idiot. He wants to make the country great again because it's fallen from greatness. Big time. So stop your whining. Stop your divisiveness. And vote for somebody who just might make a difference in this country instead of the status quo that has taken us right down the shit house. Thank you for joining us for the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Hope you see you next time. Goodbye.